Well, hi there. Thanks for stopping by today. My name is Luann. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 different uses for white vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Well, welcome back and thanks again for stopping by. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 ways that I use white vinegar and apple cider vinegar around my house. And if you're familiar with my channel and you've been following along for a while, then you'll know that I do a Prep Your Pantry monthly challenge. This is a video that I post on the first of every month with a list of items that we focus on together to grow our pantry. And one of the items in this month's challenge was vinegars. So I thought now would be the best time ever to share with you 10 different ways that I use white vinegar and apple cider vinegar in my home. So let's go ahead and jump right into this list. And the first one's going to be to make bone broth. If while making your bone broth you add a little bit of white vinegar or apple cider vinegar to the mix, it's going to help pull extra nutrients from the bone to make a healthier broth. The next way that I like to use vinegar around my home is when I need a buttermilk substitute. Who doesn't love a good buttermilk pancake or a buttermilk biscuit on a Saturday or Sunday morning? Well, I don't always have pure buttermilk on hand, so I have to make a substitute. And the way that you do this is to add 1 cup of milk with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. As a side note, this can also be done with a tablespoon of lemon juice. The next way that I like to use white vinegar to make breakfast on the weekends is to make poached eggs. By adding a little bit of vinegar to your boiling water, it's going to pull the egg together and make a beautiful poached egg in the end. Now, staying in the kitchen, another way that I like to use white vinegar is to clean my fruits and vegetables. Just pour about 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to a bowl of water and soak those berries and vegetables. You can even fill up the sink and add some vinegar to that as well if you have a large batch that you need to clean. Three more ways that I use white vinegar in the kitchen is to clean my dishwasher, microwave, and stovetop. Now, starting with the dishwasher, the first thing that you're going to do is make sure that your dishwasher is empty, and then either on the bottom rack or the top rack, you're going to want to put a cup or a bowl with about 1 cup of white vinegar in it, and then run it through your normal wash cycle. This is going to help rid any of the buildup that may be caught in those filters or in those unseen areas. For the microwave, you can set a cup of vinegar in the microwave, put it on high for 30 seconds, and this is going to help loosen any dried on or caked up buildup that may be in your microwave. Next, with that same vinegar, dip a rag in it or put it in a squirt bottle and spray it around, and this is going to help cut through the dirt and grime. This will also help eliminate any odors that may have built up in there. And next is for the stovetop. I simply just have a mixture of water and vinegar in a spray bottle, and I use it as my glass cleaner. So just spray this on top and it's going to leave your stovetop sparkly and shiny. And for the last appliance that I use vinegar on in the kitchen, it's going to be my coffee pot. If you have a regular coffee pot, all that you need to do is put a little bit of vinegar, if not straight vinegar, depending on how hard your water is and how bad your calcium buildup is. But usually I'm going to do about a half a coffee pot carafe full and then fill the rest of the way up with water. But you just pour that through like you're making a regular pot of coffee. It is going to smell up your kitchen, so you may want to raise some windows and open some doors, turn on the fans. But you're going to just keep running that through maybe 2 or 3 cycles until your water runs clear and it no longer smells like vinegar. And as a bonus tip in here for the vinegar, even though that vinegar stinks in the air whenever you're cleaning your coffee pot, it also acts as an odor neutralizer. So when the vinegar smell fades, it's going to take all those other odors right along with it. Okay, and so now let's move on into the laundry room where I can give you a few more ways that I use vinegar in there. White vinegar is an excellent fabric softener, and like I mentioned before, it is an odor eliminator. Also, if you use it directly on a stain, it is good to help lift stains as a pre-treater for your laundry. But the way that I use it the most is just to add about a half a cup of vinegar to my wash cycle. If you use your compartments, you would put this where the fabric softener would normally go, or you can pour it directly on top of the clothing at the beginning of the wash cycle. And I promise you, it's not going to come out smelling like vinegar. As a matter of fact, it just might come out smelling a lot fresher than it has in a long time. If you're hesitant to do this, then start with a load of towels. That's where you're going to notice it the most. It's going to strip all of that buildup from your liquid fabric softeners and soap buildup from the towels, and they're going to come out so fluffy and so soft that you're going to be glad that you tried it out. So again, just a half a cup of vinegar either in the fabric softener compartment, or go ahead and pour it directly on top of the laundry at the beginning of the wash cycle. You won't regret it, I promise. And finally, the way that I use vinegar around my home is as a glass cleaner. I have a huge window right here in my kitchen that I always have to keep clean, and then I have windows in my living room that I'm constantly cleaning as well. This works good on glass and on mirrors. Any shiny surface that you would normally use your regular glass cleaner, this is a great substitution. You can use it straight, or you can mix it about half and half with water. So there's at least 10 tips on how I use white vinegar around my home, and now I'll just share a few apple cider vinegar uses that I also use. Apple cider vinegar is an excellent astringent for your face. It's going to help balance out your skin tone. If you have dry patches or oily patches, it's going to lift the dirt and oils and moisturize the dry areas. In doing so, it's going to soften the appearance of wrinkles, and it also lightens and fades age spots and freckles and scars. Just be sure not to leave it on too long, and if you're using it for the first time, you may want to dilute it a little bit with water just to see what kind of reaction you may have. But chances are you're going to be just fine. The next way that I like to use this in the bathroom is as a hair rinse. This makes your hair very soft and very shiny. At the end of washing and conditioning my hair, I pour a little of the apple cider vinegar in a cup over my hair, make sure that it soaks in really good, and then I give it a good rinse and you're good to go. You will notice the difference after the very first time. And then finally, the way that I use apple cider vinegar the most is as a drink. If you mix 2 tablespoons of this with 4 to 6 ounces of water, add about a teaspoon or 2 of honey. You can even add some lemon juice in with it as well, or even add it to your green tea, and it helps with the pH in your body. It just has so many health benefits if you drink this once a day or even 2 or 3 times a week. So I encourage you, go onto Pinterest, look up benefits of apple cider vinegar, and I think you're going to be amazed. Also, if you want more tips on how to use white vinegar, I guarantee if you go on vinegar and just search the uses for white vinegar, you're going to find hundreds. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, I hope that you'll let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. Also, I would love to hear from you down in the comments on how you use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar in your home. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look so forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!